Good morning, happy Sunday. How's everyone doing? Welcome back to the Magic Minds meditation. My mate asked me yesterday, what's the crack with the Magic Minds meditation? Are you giving up the podcast? No, absolutely not. This is just like a splinter group, or like the INLA or something, or little splinter groups, or the whatever. No, definitely not giving up the Magic Minds podcast. That will always be. I love that. Stories that have the power to inspire, and this is just like a little filter away from it, just to do something different. So look, I put out a video the other day. How is your meditation going? How are you being consistent? Has it been on your mind? How has it been for you, right? And it doesn't matter if you've been meditating. It doesn't matter if you haven't done any. If you're still participating in the group, that is absolutely fantastic. You're still in the group, so you're still participating, okay? It's really difficult to give yourself time to meditate if you've never done it before. As I've said before here, I'm playing around with probably maybe 5 years now, 4 or 5 years, and my consistency is not up to where I'd like it to be. But you know what? That's okay. I've got loads of time to do this. I'd love it to be as consistent as my gym participation, but I've been doing that again 20 something years, so you have to be fair to yourself, okay? So look, what do I want to talk about this morning? I'd like to talk about what prevents you from sitting down and meditating, giving yourself that time. So I'm going to give you a little insight to what stops me from meditating, and maybe that could be something that you might be able to associate to your life, or something might click with you and go, that sounds familiar, right? So one of the major blocks for me for sitting down and meditating was always the fact of, I used it as a prescriptive measure. And what I mean by that is, I would run to meditation like I did with counselling, like I did with any kind of fix-it therapy, was when I'm in a shitstorm. When I'm not feeling great, I'll sit down and, I better meditate, I better get back to the gym, I better do my nutrition, I better this, and that's when I'd use it. And then when I'd be feeling great, all is good, I don't need to meditate, I shall go to the gym and all is grand, and all of a sudden I'm back in the cycle again. It's all better meditate again, and one of the greatest benefits I have got from, whether it be meditation, counselling, supervision, participating in the gym, is doing it consistently all the time, even when I'm not in the humour, sitting down and doing it like I do at the gym. Like when I want to eat a shit meal, I'll choose a better option, doing it all the time consistently, even when you're not motivated. So that's one reason for me, is that I use it as a prescriptive measure. I'm getting away from that now. I use it because I love doing it, and it keeps me in the realms. I know that sounds a bit fucking Game of Thrones. Keeps me in the realms of consciousness and spirituality, and it's another thing that I like to do, like my exercise, like nutrition, like reading, like any kind of positive behaviour that I've introduced in my life, right? So that's one. Another one for me is possibly, I can feel the effects, right? You go to the gym, you do a few bicep curls, your arm feels like they've worked out, brilliant. You get that kind of tangible feeling. Where for me with meditation was, I didn't feel that. It's just like, oh yeah, I know the Buddha 2.5 years ago has been practicing this. It's meant to be good for you, but I don't feel it. So I was like, I don't know if it even works, and I'd leave it off, right? But Jesus Christ, all the people I've interviewed for the podcast that meditate, successful people, they do it. It's been going on 2.5 years. 2,500 years from Buddha. All the successful people do it. There's so many health benefits from it that it's recorded in research, so there is benefits. It's there, right? I don't sit down and I don't get that Zen feeling, right? But again, what it does, it keeps me in the realms of spirituality, it keeps me in the realms of consciousness, it keeps me participating in doing things that are benefit to my mental health, to my spiritual, physical and social well-being. Okay, I know them. Okay, I don't get that tangible feeling when I sit down, I feel all zen and all that. It's just lovely. Like when I go to a meditation class, I go there for the experience. I go there to be around all these people. I go there to just be in a loving, kind environment. And that's why I do with the meditation. So there are two of the reasons I don't sit down and practice. And another one would be I avoid it, or I'll do it later. And I know that I won't do it later. I'll say, oh yeah, I'll do it later. If I don't do it in the morning, I'll find it very hard. I'll have to be really disciplined and just pull the plug on something halfway through the day, maybe in the middle of my lunch. I'll say jump up, like I'll go and meditate there. Just to be consistent, just to be disciplined, I will do it. But I tried to do it last night. I missed yesterday, and I sat down last night to try to do it, and I was really tired. And I was falling asleep 4 minutes into it. I just had to pull the plug and say, do you know what? This is not working. This is more like a sleep than a meditation. But I tried my best. So I got up this morning before I went to the gym, and I done it. And got it done. Time constraint is another one. I used to do them too long. I was doing 25, 30 minutes, because I've read, that's the times you're meant to do it. Any kind of participation is meditation. So if you want to start small, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever. Just get into the routine of doing it. And that'll be of benefit. So there's some of the reasons that I find it difficult to sit down and meditate. Hopefully they might be of benefit. So what do you do? How do you get by all that kind of stuff? Well, for me, I set like a routine. I get up in the morning. It's part of my routine. I've reduced the time that I do for meditation. I do in 8 minutes. I get up. I have my morning routine. I get up. I used to make my bed. I used to put this thing, make my bed, but there's something in me from a child. I just don't like my bed, so I don't give a rat's. It's not happening. So bed got scratched off. I do my affirmations. I do my gratuity. I sit down and meditate. I have a look at what my mood is like for the day. I plan my day. What else do I do? And then I go to the gym. And that's my morning routine. And I have a set amount of time that I do that. So I would say to you, implement that into your day. Commit to it. Put it into your day. Set a routine what your day is going to be like. Is it going to be morning? Is it going to be lunch? When is the best time for you to meditate? Do it 5 minutes before the kids get up. Do it 5 minutes before you get into the job. Sit in the car. Whatever works for you. It doesn't have to be in a lotus position. It doesn't have to be in the Dublin Buddhist Centre. It has to suit your life, like your nutrition, like your training, like any kind of behaviour that you want to introduce in your life. Make it work for you. Make it work around what else you do, so it doesn't become a hindrance or an inconvenience that you don't have to say, oh, I have to do this, and oh, I've got something else to do, blah 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 blah. If you put it somewhere that's convenient for you, there's more chances of you adhering to it. So that's what I would say. Give that a try, see if it works for you. Also, I'm going to get into in the next video probably would be the hindrances within meditation. While you sit down to meditate, what are the hindrances that stop you from participating in a meditation session? There's 5 of them, and I'll get into that in the next video. I'll go through it, because sometimes we're in the middle of it. There's 5 things that happen according to the Buddhist teachings, and I'll go through them with you, and that might help you when you're in your practice, whether your mind is drifting off, whether you're pissed off yourself, whether you're giving yourself a hard time, blah blah blah. There's a pattern that all our minds go through, and when I learned those, it was so easier for me then not to give myself a hard time about my meditation practice not being what I thought was a proper meditation session. So there you go. We're going to do another live meditation tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, Monday night. I'm going to do it probably longer tomorrow. I'm going to try introduce some Metta Bhavana, which is love and kindness meditation, which I absolutely love. It's brilliant. It's probably a little bit difficult maybe for some people, or other people just love it. But again, we're just introducing it. It might be something that you might like, it might not, but I'll guide you through it. And if there's stuff in it that you don't like, you just go back to your breathing. It's just breathe in, breathe out, and that's all there is. Metta Bhavana, it's just sending love to family members, sending love to people that we don't know. That's all. It's nothing hokey pokey or hairy fairy. It's just sitting down, breathing, practice love and kindness meditation, and it's only a practice, and that's all. So there you go. Have a fantastic Sunday. Hopefully you're enjoying the Magic Minds meditation. Check out the Magic Minds podcast if you want any Sunday listening. Right, have a fantastic day. Take it easy. And as always, mind your little self in service of the rest of the world. Bye bye.